The lost knowledge of the ancients, secrets beneath the stones. Long before skyscrapers pierced the clouds and satellites mapped the stars, there were civilizations who left behind monuments so vast, so precise, and so mysterious that even today we struggle to explain them. The pyramids of Giza, Stonehenge, the statues of Easter Island. Each of them whispers the same question. What did the ancients know that we have forgotten? The pyramids of Egypt, more than tombs. The Great Pyramid, rising over 480 feet above the desert, was built more than 4,500 years ago. Mainstream history calls it a tomb, but no mummy was ever found inside. Its interior chambers are aligned almost perfectly with true north, a precision even modern engineers struggle to achieve. The pyramid's base is leveled to within fractions of an inch. Some blocks weigh more than 70 tons, heavier than a fully loaded 18-wheeler truck. Yet they were transported and set in place without cranes, without wheels, without steel tools. Some researchers believe the pyramid wasn't just a tomb. They point to its alignment with Orion's belt and the shafts that seem to point, a sun nod to specific stars. Was it an astronomical observatory, a massive energy generator, or a relic of knowledge passed down from a forgotten age? Stonehenge, the calendar of the gods. Across the sea in England, another mystery stands on a windswept plain, Stonehenge. Huge stones, some weighing 25 tons, were dragged from quarries over 150 miles away. But why? Archaeologists say it was a ceremonial site, yet the stones line up precisely with the solstices and equinoxes. On Midsummer's Day, the sun rises exactly above the heel stone, as if the builders had mastered astronomy thousands of years before telescopes. To some, Stonehenge is more than a calendar. It's a place where the Earth's energy lines, what ancient cultures called ley lines, converge. A temple of power connected to the heavens. Easter Island, the silent watchers. In the middle of the Pacific Ocean lies Easter Island, home to the Moai statues. Some stand over 30 feet tall, weighing 80 tons, yet carved by a people without iron tools. For centuries, the islanders told stories of giants who helped move the statues using chants and spiritual power. Modern experiments with ropes and levers show it might be possible, but the mystery remains. Why build hundreds of colossal stone faces looking out toward the horizon? Some believe the statues were guardians. Others claim they marked energy points on the Earth, forming a network that connected Easter Island to the pyramids and Stonehenge in a forgotten global system. Theories of lost technology. What ties these sites together is not just their scale, it's their sophistication. The Baghdad Battery, discovered in Iraq, looks like an ancient electrical cell. The Antikythera Mechanism, pulled from a Greek shipwreck, is a bronze gear device that worked like a computer to track the stars, built more than 2,000 years ago. Myths from across the world, from the Indian Vimana that flew in the skies to the legends of Atlantis, all speak of lost civilizations wielding incredible power. Did humanity once possess technology that was destroyed in a great cataclysm? Was knowledge passed down from survivors of an ancient, forgotten world? Or were we helped by beings not of this earth? Göbekli Tepe. Narrator. In Turkey lies a site older than the pyramids, older than Stonehenge, Göbekli Tepe. Built 11,600 years ago, long before agriculture or cities, it is the world's oldest known temple. Carved stone pillars weigh up to 20 tons and are decorated with animals and symbols. Some researchers believe the carvings record a comet strike that ended the Ice Age. How could hunter-gatherers build such a complex site? Unless they were not as primitive as we've been told. Göbekli Tepe suggests that advanced knowledge, astronomy, architecture, spirituality, existed thousands of years earlier than history admits. Atlantis and the Great Flood. The Greek philosopher Plato spoke of Atlantis, a mighty empire that vanished beneath the waves in a single day and night. Myth or memory? Across the world, ancient cultures tell of a great flood, the Epic of Gilgamesh, the biblical story of Noah, Aztec, Hindu, and Native American traditions. Could they all be recalling the same event, a global catastrophe at the end of the Ice Age? If so, did Atlantis, or another forgotten civilization, truly exist, carrying knowledge we've only begun to rediscover? Ancient technology and forbidden archaeology. Narrator. Scattered across the world are artifacts that should not exist. The Antikythera Mechanism, a 2,000-year-old device that predicted eclipses and planetary movements with computer-like precision. The Baghdad Battery, a clay jar that may have generated electricity 2 millennia ago. The Piri Reis map, drawn in 15, shows Antarctica centuries before it was discovered. In Peru, the Nazca Lines stretch across the desert, giant figures only visible from the sky. And at Pumapunku in Bolivia, stone blocks carved with machine-like accuracy fit together like puzzle pieces. Did ancient people wield lost technology? Or are we seeing echoes of a civilization erased from history? The Lost Giants. From Norse sagas to Native American legends, stories of giants echo across cultures. Some claim skeletons of enormous beings were unearthed in the 19th century, only to vanish into museum vaults. The Bible speaks of the Nephilim. African myths tell of tall, sky-walking ancestors. Were these simply legends, or fragments of memory, of a time when beings larger than life walked the earth? Ancient star knowledge. Narrator. The Dogon tribe of Mali knew of Sirius B, a star invisible to the naked eye, long before telescopes. The Maya tracked the motions of Venus with astonishing precision, and temples across Mexico and Peru are aligned with equinoxes and eclipses. How did they acquire such knowledge of the heavens? Did they inherit it from earlier cultures? Or were they guided by something beyond this world? Bonus mystery. The Nazca Lines. Narrator. Mysterious tone. Across the desert plains of southern Peru, strange figures stretch for miles. The Nazca Lines, giant geoglyphs etched into the earth more than 100 years ago. Spiders, monkeys, hummingbirds. Shapes so vast, they can only be seen clearly from the sky. But who were they meant for? Some believe the Nazca created them as offerings to their gods of rain and fertility. Others suggest they were astronomical calendars, mapping the movements of stars and solstices. And then there are those who whisper of a stranger theory, that the Nazca Lines were runways, landing strips for ancient visitors from beyond this world. Whether sacred symbols, star maps, or something more mysterious, the Nazca Lines remind us that the ancients were not bound by the limits of their time. They looked upward, to the sky, to the stars, and carved their message into the very earth itself. The forgotten legacy. As we look back at the monuments of the ancients, one truth emerges. They were not simply builders of stone. They were storytellers, keepers of knowledge. From the pyramids of Giza to the circles of Stonehenge, from the silent Moai of Easter Island to the buried temples of Göbekli Tepe, the ancients left behind clues, not in books, not in libraries, but in stone, aligned with the stars, designed to outlast the ages. Why? Perhaps they knew that civilizations rise and fall, that knowledge can be lost, and that one day, far in the future, their monuments would whisper to us across time, whispering a message. You are not the first, you will not be the last, but you must remember, today we explore the skies with satellites. Yet the ancients try to track the heavens with the naked eye. We build with machines, yet their monuments stand taller, stronger, and more enduring than ours. Maybe their greatest legacy was not what they built, but the mystery they left behind. A reminder that humanity once touched the edge of the impossible. Narrator, the soft inviting close. Do you think we have rediscovered their secrets? Or are the greatest truths of the ancients still waiting, buried in stone, waiting for us to remember?